Welcome to Super Black, comic book reviews by Jonathan Soul. And family, today we looking at Mattys rocket, a groovy little, you understand, afro-retro-futurism graphic novel by Tim Felder over at DieselFunk.com. The brother is an excellent artist, a wonderful storyteller. And this is the kind of, comic that's going to spark conversation. Do y'all remember when the Boondocks first came out? I don't know if y'all remember, but I remember. It's funny because I actually heard about it from three little children on the train. It sounds like a bar joke. Black kid, white kid, Spanish kid. Like literally, that's what it was. The white kid said to the black kid, Spanish kid, "Did you know Ronald Reagan was the devil?" And they was like, huh? He said 6 letters in each name, Ronald Reagan. And that's how I became aware that the Boondocks had just aired, because I just knew about the theme song, you know what I mean? This is the kind of comic that's going to spark conversation. Let's get into it. Tim is from Mississippi. He grew up across the street from a cotton field. At the same time, he was a stone's throw from a university. So he was kind of at the crossroads between like the old South and this new emergent, educate yourself and come up out of poverty. So he took that kind of Jim Crow vibration, if you can dig it, and Flash Gordon. Now only a black man would come up with some alchemy like that. Mattys rocket. You're looking at the cover for issue number 1. On the website, you have issues 1, 2, and 3, the floppies, which I have, and but also you can get them all in 120 glorious pages in a paper, perfect bound graphic novel. We're gonna flip through a couple of the pages here. You can see me kind of flipping through, and as you can see, the art it's not just beautiful. The art has a kind of eerie, other timeliness about it. When I first looked at it, my immediate thought was, okay, this reminds me of a black and white film. I don't know if y'all ever remember, none of us were around to see it, but Metropolis, have you ever looked at that? If you ever look at that film, it kind of gives me that kind of vibration. So we start out with, Manhattan, 1968. Maddie is this elegant, older woman sitting in a penthouse downtown Manhattan in a skyscraper. And you can see like rocket cars, flying around, all that kind of stuff. And then at the same time, we got this reporter coming to interview her about her life. The character's name is Maddie Waddy, right? That's the way I pronounce it anyway. And, he proceeds to wipe out this microphone, with like a cable and stuff. And then there's like a robot in the background. And then behind the guy, you can see almost look like a stone fireplace kind of thing. So it has this kind of juxtaposition of the old and the new. Moving forward, she goes and we see her running through this, kind of little cotton field kind of vibration. And again, when the last time you seen a cotton field in a comic that wasn't like historic? You follow me, like a history or something. So she's running, and she kind of has a tomboy kind of vibration. And what Tim does is he bounces back and forth between the past and the present. And so the next couple of pages, we see her, now she's in France. Before she was in Mississippi. 18 years later, 20 or whatever. She's about to prepare for her first launch, right, into outer. You understand? And so she's fascinated. And like anybody who wants to achieve, what people may deem as an impossible dream, there's always going to be two things. There are going to be obstacles and there are going to be allies. And the thing is, you never see the allies until you start to confront them obstacles. If you just see the obstacles and lay back, well, you're not gonna your view's not going to change. You know what I mean? But and so she moves forward. Of course, she faced some obstacles, and then she got some allies. You understand? And long story short, throughout this 3 series of books, this trilogy of books, not only do you see her overcome, this fear of the unknown and see her go out into space, you also realize that her North Star, one of her driving forces, one of her inspirations, is her father. In this age where women characters, female characters are kind of be thrust in the forefront as heroes, a lot of times they're kind of, thrown out there like in a void. Like they just, there's no father narrative attached to them. It's just woman, 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 and that's not coming out necessarily of what I'm seeing in the African American, comics that I'm seeing. They have a more, realistic approach. People just aren't born in a vacuum. But you see very clearly in Tim's work, and particularly in Mattys Rocket, that her father was a very integral part of forming her character. And so we kind of go through and it counts down and look at this gorgeous artwork here. Look at the cool colors with these little splashes of warmth. And then she rockets up and all this other kind of stuff. And then you see, oh man, this book is deep. You know how they say still water runs deep? This book is deep. There are no super villains. There's no, gigantic colossus crashing through the city. But there are villains. There are real life struggles. They are painful points in our history cast in a science fiction kind of vibration. The kind that will spark healthy conversations at the water cooler or at the dinner table with your kids. Remember, the backdrop for this comic is the Deep South. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Yeah, Pop had a gun, and he was teaching her how to shoot. And to come to find out, they was shooting at more than just rabbits. I'm just gonna leave that there. Family, you gotta get this book. If nothing else, just for the warm and fuzzies, you will get about the bond between this little girl and her father. Ladies and gentlemen, head on over to DieselFunk.com, click on the link for the store, and cop this book. Of course, you can get it in, electronic and in print. And you'll be glad that you did. This is Jonathan Soul, JohnAthanSoul. You can go to my .com and you can check out more episodes. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can see other, little video comic book reviews I've done. And on my website, you can see, listen to interviews I've done with the artists and creators of these beautiful realities that Black people are creating. Love you guys. Hope all your dreams come true. Peace.